Morning guys, hope you're doing well. I haven't been out for a while, so I'm going to do a little forage and see what we can find. Hoping some wild garlic seeds, and then we can get those pickling. So we're out looking for the last of the wild garlic today. I reckon the leaves will be a bit over, but we'll see. But what I'm actually looking for is the wild garlic seed, or seed head, so we can pickle it later on. So the process is super simple, it's just a bit laborious, as with all good things. I guess they all take time, but it's worth it. We're going to pick the seed heads, we're going to remove the tops of the seeds from the stalk, and then we're going to salt them for about 3 weeks, quite heavily, and then we're going to rinse that salt off and submerge them in some vinegar. So the wild garlic seed capers we use for garnishes, canapés, and things like that. They're super simple to make, it just takes time. It's quite a laborious task once the seed heads are picked. You have to remove them all from the stalks, but I guess like anything, it's worth it. So after this batch has been cured in its salt for around 3 weeks, we're going to split the batch into 3, I think. So we've got some elderflower vinegar from a couple of years ago, which we're going to use, and we've got a red wine vinegar that's been steeped with cherry plums as well from the estate. So we're going to give those a whirl, and then we're just going to do a standard cider vinegar. So there's still quite a lot of flour on the seed heads, but I reckon if we leave them out, once we pick them for a day or two, they should dry off and we can shake them out. But I know I'm not going to be able to get out in the next week or so, so we're going to pick them whilst we can. So we've moved over to another side of the park, and the petals are, there are a lot fewer of them. I think they're a bit more open to the elements, so the wind's just blowing them off. So we're going to pick a good amount from this patch right here. So we've got a rucksack full of wild garlic seeds, just heading home now, and we'll give them a good wash and leave them out in the sun to air dry, and hopefully that way the petals will have a chance to dry out and we can just shake them off. So back home, giving the garlic seeds a good wash in a big bucket, but as you can see, after washing, the petals have actually come away from the seeds anyway, so we're not going to need to worry too much about them. So we're just going to leave these to soak for half an hour or so, and that's just going to let any dirt and stuff like that kind of loosen off. Then we can give them another quick rinse around, and then we're going to remove them and put them on some cloths to drain off so they're nice and dry for the next step. Hi guys, welcome back. We're now on to the next stage of our wild garlic seed capers. So last week we went out picking, and after we picked the heads, we've removed all of the little seeds from each head, which takes quite a while, but it's definitely worth it, and it won't take you as long because you'll only be needing to fill a small jar, and we've got a whole big bowl full. So we're going to salt the garlic seeds next, and this is going to draw out the moisture from within the seed, and that's going to inhibit the growth of any bad bacteria. So we're going to salt cure them for around 3 weeks, and then after that we will be pickling them. So we've got a big sterilised jar that we're going to put our garlic seeds into, but for a point of reference for you guys at home, if you use a sterilised glass jar, and we're going to fill it to just below the neck, and for each one of these 300ml jars we're going to be using 3 tablespoons of salt. A coarse salt, rock salt or sea salt will be perfect, but we've got around 6 jars worth, so we're going to be using 18 tablespoons of salt. So the process here is super simple, so it's not going to be a long video, but we're just going to add our salt onto our garlic seeds. And then we're just going to give them a good mix so it's nice and evenly distributed. If you guys are doing a smaller quantity in a jar, the best way to do it is add kind of a couple of tablespoons of your wild garlic seeds, a tablespoon of salt, and do that 3 times. It's going to make it easier, and then you can just shake it in the jar. But as I say, because we're doing a bigger quantity, we're going to add our salted garlic seeds into our container, and this we're going to shake every day for the next 3 weeks or thereabouts, and then at that point we'll be ready for pickling. So you just want to make sure to get all of the salt out of the bowl and into the jar, and then we can put on our lid. And as I say, we're going to shake this every day for the next 3 weeks, just to redistribute the salt and make sure there's no dry patches or pockets. And that's 3 weeks. So if you haven't already picked your wild garlic seeds and you want to, there'll be a video in our highlights, so you can get picking and start with your sorting process and kind of catch up with us. I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I'll see you again in 3 weeks.